A decade ago, my eldest son, Ravid, was an envoy on a diplomatic voyage to the Magistracy of Canopus, and the jump ship he was on misjumped and never arrived at its destination. For 10 long years, he has been missing, and I have exhausted every resource to find him, or to at least discover what happened to him. I refuse to believe that he is dead, but it has been 10 years without contact, so I can only assume the worst. However, just when I was about to finally give up hope, I received a message from a Capellan merchant whose vessel had recently passed through the region in which my son's jump ship disappeared. This merchant detected signs of habitation from a planet previously thought to be uninhabited, but he did not investigate due to the constant worry of stumbling into an unknown pirate den. Could the crew and passengers of my son's ship have found a place of refuge where they had no means of finding their way back home? Possibly. This might be a wild goose chase, but I would be remiss to not follow through with trying to bring my son home. If you investigate and find my son, I will be forever in your debt. However, if you find criminals or other undesirables, I will ensure you are compensated for keeping the Free Worlds League safe from such predators. Only 20,000 sea bills? This better be an easy mission. Destroy the facility where the pirates on this planet store their supplies. The fewer bullets and missiles they have to shoot at the good citizens of the Free Worlds League, the better.
Attention. Prepare for battletech departure. Warning. Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
The pirates in this star system are storing their munitions and equipment in warehouses on this planet. We'll be kicking the hornet's nest on this little expedition, so crippling their reserves will help us out significantly. On the plus side, this may lead us closer to Ravid.
Alright, it's always a good day when you're punishing pirates. So the main objective of this string of missions is to find someone named Ravid. Apparently he went missing over a decade ago. Sorry, I'm a little tired. And words are hard. Come on, guys. But anyway, should be good fun. Smash and grab, yeah?
Nearly there, Commander. Approach the hidden object to pick it up. That's close enough.
This will probably be the last string of missions I do for this recording session,
Payload acquired.
because with the setup I have, it gets a little tiring
Acquired.
sitting here. But hey, you know what? It was still pretty fun. We had some ups and downs, a really huge down, but I love to say but.
Target acquired.
Who doesn't love a good butt here and there?
Target destroyed.
Enemy crab.
New target cracked. Target acquired.
Marauder. This one has an AC-5 on his right shoulder, I think. His right torso. Technically it's his torso, but with the way he's configured, it looks like his shoulder. That was actually really quick. I'm kind of glad how that turned out. You guys get him.
Blackjack.
We're meeting overwhelming resistance, at least 4 medium mechs. We shouldn't waste any time here.
Target destroyed.
Of all the houses, why does Merrick have to have some of the hardest?
Target neutralized.
I didn't finish that sentence, did I? Of all the houses, why does House Merrick have to have the hardest missions?
Target destroyed.
I'm going loopy. I should have brought a fast mech.
We're moving into position.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
I'm detecting unidentified mechs in the area. Moving in to investigate. With you.
Okay, we're gonna take a higher position, fire on those objectives, and then buzz out.
Shared target identified.
Target destroyed.
Who the hell's that?
Target acquired.
Another crab, really? I feel like I just killed one of those. I played with someone who remarked, somehow the enemy always has crabs that do way more damage to you than what you could do to an enemy in your own crab.
Target destroyed.
And I have never gelled with a more accurate statement for MechWarrior.
Target is down!
Target acquired. Target acquired.
Alright, taking inventory of what we lost. The archer was the thing that fell, and I actually really don't blame him this time. This is a terrible map for him. Look at how much you can like duck and weave and take cover behind. There's so many obstacles. I just hope he made it out alive. That's all I really want.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Good work, Commander. That's one less target.
Alright, that takes care of this area, but now we need to head at least 3,000 meters to the final destruction objective. What is that?
Shared target
Dervish.
identified.
Oh, and he's legged. Let's take advantage of that.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Critical. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
I don't have time to deal with your fucking skirmishing bullshit, you tanks. I gotta go fulfill a mission. How can there be this many pirates? Oh my god. They have an entire society out here.
Target acquired.
Group target received.
If there are this many pirates out here in House Merrick, the free world states, they need to get their shit together. This is embarrassing, if anything.
Walk on up to the treasure to pick it up. Excellent find, Commander. Beginning recovery now.
1,500 years ago.
New target, Griffin. Target acquired.
Damn it, my back's exposed now.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
We're on it, Commander.
Target destroyed.
That dervish really tried to take advantage of my situation, but he was too slow on the draw. I don't know what's so...
Target destroyed.
It's funny that you experience an ammo explosion. With all that meandering you're doing, you get what you fucking deserve.
Objective down.
Alright, let's get out of here before they blow me to
Enemy
bits.
dropship coming in right on top of you.
Okay.
Once you've found the targeted asset, move up to it, and we'll begin the recovery procedure.
Let's hope it's nothing too serious. A heavy and a light.
Too much ammunition.
Marauder, oh, that's serious.
Wilco, focusing fire.
Everyone, just focus PPC fire. Just concentrate PPC fire on that torso.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Destroy every javelin with extreme prejudice. You guys better clean up that fucking Marauder. You out PPC it. It's not rocket science, it's mech science.
No sign of Ravid, but the ammunition stores are fully destroyed. Good job. This was still a worthwhile venture.
Destroyed.
Destroy the pirates' little hamlet. Leave them nowhere to go to ground. If they did indeed kill my son, it will be a fitting punishment. Yes, I agree. A fitting punishment indeed.
The weather's really kicking up, Commander. Your visibility will be limited out there.
Attention. Prepare for battletech departure. Warning. Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
This area has been marked as a potential location of Ravid. And if not, it's likely that the pirates here were responsible for whatever fate had fallen upon him. Attack the base, and I'll perform a scan for any evidence pointing to Ravid's location. Either way, let's raise this settlement.
Either way, let's raise the settlement, even if he's here? Is that really productive to what we need? We gotta search for a guy, and if he's here, that's great, but also if he's not, well, we're just gonna burn down the city anyway. Ah, whatever. I kind of have a feeling that Ravid might be with the pirates, considering how many people are in this quote-unquote uninhabitable world. He might have already been found and either killed, or he's leading them.
Target is now marked. Go get him.
I don't know, just a hunch. That was a close one. I know you guys probably couldn't tell, but I was sitting on the edge of my seat. Oh, come on! Attack that crab.
Keep on smashing. They are hurt, but our contract calls for us to wipe them off the face of this system.
There we go. Okay, you're no threat. You, however, are a huge threat. Almost. Oh, you're so there. There we go. Another crab de-shelled.
Target is down!
These guys are just getting redonkulous.
Centurion.
You guys should be able to take care of that Centurion. The only capability he has for damaging you at close range is his fist. And you guys should not let him get close to you. At least I don't think that's in your nature.
Focus target updated. Enemy mech down.
Nice. Good job, guys. I did have to do all the legwork for you, but you managed to finish it in the end.
Residential tower demolished. Bloody savages.
You've managed to demolish
That's the pirate?
target's buildings.
Are they Robin Hood?
Go, Commander.
Bloody savages.
God damn it. The HQ can't take much more of this.
You need a damage assessment? I'll tell you what the damage assessment is. Total annihilation. They weren't expecting a random lance of mechs to come and disrupt whatever good thing they got going here.
This area is on its last legs, Commander. Just one final push, and then we can all go home.
Target is down.
Evacs north.
Target acquired.
2 Wolverines. It's kind of bad.
Land target received.
But I think I'm going to go and run for it.
Enemy destroyed.
Hopefully these guys will have the wits. Hopefully these guys will have enough wit to actually face the Wolverines and try to
Target acquired.
kill them.
Target destroyed.
Rather than do what I'm doing and turning my back to them. What?
Target acquired.
A little locust? And a cicada? Oh, it's a whole bug family over here.
Group target acknowledged.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Critical.
That should be an easy kill. Didn't mean to leg him, but it's a happy coincidence.
Target destroyed.
Alright, let's pull out before we lose any limbs.
No sign of Ravid here, but at least the pirates and outlaws here have been dealt a serious blow.
Ravid's Reckoning? This is what these pirates call themselves? I have seen the photographic evidence you provided, but it goes against all reason that the head of those piratical marauders could possibly be my even-tempered son. He must either be brainwashed or he is just an imposter trading on my family's name. Either way, you must bring the leader of these pirates to justice. If you can take him alive, then we will clap him in irons and let the courts decide his fate. If you cannot, however, then I may at least find some closure for this mystery. As much as it pains me to admit, my son appears to be the leader of this collection of outlaws. You must put a stop to his madness by taking down his battle mech. I wish him taken alive, but if he must pay for his crimes on the battlefield, then so be it. I'll try to sweep his legs.
Well, this is certainly tricky. Ravid is seemingly alive and well, but as the leader of the very bandits that occupy these fringe worlds. Baron Stroud hopes we can take him alive, but we can't take any risks. Incapacitate Ravid's battleneck first and foremost. Worry about your well-being first, and if we're lucky, he'll still be alive. But if he dies, he dies.
Enemy destroyed.
I will say it's kind of weird. I've played this string of missions before, maybe twice, I think.
Target
And both times it took place on, like, one of those, like, desert icky planets. The ones with all the, like, looks like Fallout irradiated stuff. But this planet looks completely habitable.
New target Banshee.
Banshee! Holy shit!
Group target received.
That's like 95 tons of pure terror. That's actually really bad. He is heavily armored. I do not want to incur his wrath. I'm going to try to get up behind him and see if I can take him out from behind. But even so, he has really good back armor. That's just going to be hell. God damn it. Of course, they always go for the player when they deal first damage. Nice. That was well worth the shutdown.
Target acquired.
Walk on up to the treasure to pick it up.
Target destroyed. Target
That's
destroyed.
close enough. Ready to start pickup operation.
Target destroyed.
Cargo acquired.
We must have a target like that at every single one of these points.
target acquired.
Launch target received. Enemy destroyed.
Looks like the Banshee didn't do too much bad damage on us. We do have some weaker areas, but that's fine so long as none of us lost anything.
Moving in to investigate.
Target acquired.
Focus engagement on lead targets.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Focus target updated.
Target
Tango down.
I wish the visibility was much clearer. This makes it difficult to know what kind of threat I'm facing before I even get him. Okay, at least there's nothing here. If that's the case, I'm gonna back up and approach that southernmost objective from this ridgeline on the western side. Because if I know anything about this, that location that we were sent to investigate at probably has a couple of battle mechs that we really don't want to be taking the damage from. So we'll just take the easy route of getting these enemy harassers.
target destroyed.
Got to be rationing out your armor. Can't just be going in there all guns a-blazing. Got to have a plan.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Enemy destroyed.
How am I outpacing you guys? I think we all have the same speed. Alright, we should be getting a confirmation within 500 meters.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
That was pretty good.
Target is in the field, Commander.
They're here.
Marked on your
All
tactical
right.
display.
New target
Target
spotted.
received. Engaging.
There we go. Whoa.
Target charger.
Oh, it's just a charger.
Identified.
I was worried it was something I had to be afraid of. Alright, there's our target. We'll see what model he has as soon as
Moving into formation.
we get clear sight of it. These spiders are running amok, aren't they?
Down.
Target acquired.
Coordinating our attack.
Destroyed.
Coordinating our attack.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Alright, finish that charger.
Targets.
Short laser, short burst. You know how much a short laser, short burst does in terms of damage? I think they do 2 apiece, so he's doing a maximum of like 12 damage per volley on a single, like,
Target destroyed.
on a single area. It's kind of funny to see chargers. The idea that there was just... So the story behind chargers was someone had like... Some company wanted to just make a heavy mech because there was like a heavy mech rush. There was just a huge demand in a certain sector to the point where someone will be taking anything.
Identified.
I forget the factions and names and specifics, but The Charger was made, sold for probably a really high profit, and then everyone was disappointed with them. So every time you see one on the field, you can just rest knowing that you'll probably won't be facing a hard challenge. However, I do think they eventually make different models that are competent. In terms of firepower, at least. Because in terms of armor, I think they still wilt like a flower. In my opinion, the best thing about MechWarrior and battletech isn't really like the lore or learning about the struggles of people. I mean, that's all nice for how like legitimate it can be taken as an adult medium to like entertain yourself, but the best part for me is knowing the mechs and how they work and the strategy for how you would engage like other mechs.
Target acquired.
That's where the meat and potatoes for me are.
Destroyed.
All the other stuff about lore is just trimming.
Land target received.
That's why, controversial opinion, I
Destroyed.
don't really mind if they introduce like aliens
Target destroyed.
to battletech. Not in like, I guess, a Mass Effect way, but more so in like, I guess, a Covenant way. Halo and Covenant way.
Destroyed.
Their technology can be different, and that's kind of what the clans are already. The clans basically are just aliens with the way that, with the variety they have in terms of what sort of human genetics they have going on.
Survival is
But I think aliens wouldn't be that bad in battletech if you do it right.
imminent.
The best example I could like give would be
Target blackjack.
yeah, the Covenant from Halo. Slightly different technology, but they work a different way. Or sort of like PlanetSide 2. You could just not even have aliens. You can just have humans who find alien technology. And I know, disclaimer, I know that the clans are already doing this. But just have advanced or adjacent technology. Stuff where it's not exactly just, it's not a direct upgrade, but it's a thing that has its advantages and disadvantages, like PlanetSide 2, with the Vanu.
I'm not picking up any vitals from Ravid's battle mech. It looks like he's officially KIA.
But I would not know how you would do that. That's where I'm sort of struggling to think.
We had to kill Ravid, but it was a potential risk. Still, I have to
That
wonder
was
what
the most
happened to
aggressive
him
blackjack I've
after
ever
getting
fought.
into whatever he was. I'm getting 0 reactor signature from the targets. Looks like we got them all.
Yeah, let's
Now
bail
let's get you
before
all
we
home.
die.
Head to the evac point.
For having pirates in a small sector, there sure are a ton of these fuckers. Logbooks and journals found among the ruins of the pirates' bases paint a grim tale of what transpired after my son's ship misjumped. The jump stranded them here, with no means of outside contact, so they settled with hopes of making the best of things. My son, as a trained diplomat and former free world soldier, quickly took charge of the survivors. However, isolation and dwindling supplies caused them to all turn on each other, but it was an insidious non-lethal toxin in the water table that drove them to even higher levels of paranoia and violence. A state they called the Reckoning. When a ship passing through the system noticed signs of habitation and sent a dropship to investigate, my son and his fellow survivors, driven by their toxin's altered state, attacked the crew and took command of their ship, ultimately using it to begin their reign of piracy and terror in this region using stolen weapons of war. Including what appears to be lost technology from the Star League era. But no matter how far they ventured, Ravid's pirates always returned to this planet. Their bodies had become so used to the toxin in the water that going extended periods of time without it sickened them. My son's death was an unfortunate circumstance from all of this tragedy, but at least now I know what became of him. I can now finally put his memory to rest. We got large pulse lasers. Fuck yeah. Alright, let's see what Fahad wants. What's up, Fahad, you polygonal bastard?
Hey, boss man. Keeping me and the crew real busy lately. Glad to see the contracts rolling in. Like that. Doing a bloody good job too, gotta say. Just one thing though. You and your fellow pilots might want to dodge the enemy's fire a little bit, alright? We're running triple shifts after some of these jobs. And I know you're doing your level best under the circumstances. I get that, I do. It ain't easy. All I'm saying is, try to bring the mechs home with all their limbs still attached. It's not too much to ask, is it? No, it isn't, mate. It's pretty bloody reasonable, I think. Well, there you go. Some friendly advice on the house, Guff. Gonna get back to work now. Catch you later.
Nah, see, they really wanted to, like... They really wanted you to connect to Fahad. Not really. It's just, like, fucking... What is it called? Platitudes. It's an obligatory talk from the guy who repairs your mechs. And listen, that's really important in battletech and MechWarrior. The guy who repairs your mech, he's like basically the blacksmith. They're called techies, and every MechWarrior should have at least one. These guys are the only guys who know how to make mechs tick, like no one else. Engineers, basically. These guys are advanced engineers. What they really should have done with Fahad, in my opinion, is have him, like, say phrases here and there as you do things, like repair or whatever, and have the option to turn it off if you thought it was annoying. But just having him say, like, a few lines every time you level up in reputation, he becomes completely forgotten, honestly. I do not think of Fahad anytime I fix my mechs. It's kind of a disappointment, to be honest. Because he does seem like a fun guy. But anyway, let's go see what Rihanna wants. What's happening with Black Inferno?
Hey, Commander. Thanks to Spears' people, we now know we're somewhere within Inferno's current sphere of operations. However, we still haven't been able to pinpoint the location of their base. What we have learned is the name of the man who killed your father, the leader of Black Inferno. Name's Andreas Kane. He was loyal to one of the Marek factions for a while, making a nasty name for himself. He was responsible for several massacres as well. Of course, that was before he struck out on his own and set up shop as a mercenary. After that, his trail runs cold. Unfortunately, that means there's a lot we still don't know, like how Inferno became as big as they are, or who their current benefactor is.
Andreas Kane. When we find him, Rihanna, I'm gonna tear him and his mech limb from limb.
I have no doubt, Commander. But we need to find him first. I've been scanning the comms looking for any mention of Inferno activity. Not 10 minutes ago, I picked up a distress call from a nearby port city. They have come under successive attacks by a mercenary group and are asking for immediate help. Sound familiar?
Sure does.
The distress call had this image embedded in the transmission. It's a map of the city and port. I think it's best if I drop you down here, just outside this farm. You can proceed from there into the main city itself and ensure that it's protected. The port is nearby, over here. That's where I'll pick you up once the city and port have been secured. Questions?
Nope. Plan sounds good.
All right. Get us where we need to go, Commander. I'll keep monitoring the situation.
Roger that.
Alright, we got a nemesis. But I will leave it off there, guys. Thank you so much for watching if you did. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day. And, take care. Bye-bye.